Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Roar TV. Today we're going to be talking about why men have cootie. Oh wait, that's not it. We're going to be talking about men and the we can do it. No, that's not it either. Today we're going to talk about, are you a man hater? So let me introduce my amazing team. I have Clarissa West.
Hey guys.
I have Karami Baker.
Hey everyone.
And I have Angeli Corner.
Hey.
And again, my name's Tara Ray. So today we're talking about hating men. That's not really what we're talking about, but it's a really catchy title. What we really want to talk about is this whole pendulum that has kind of swung in the direction of, we used to be really repressed as women. We used to be not even able to vote or really have rights. We couldn't even hold property. And now we're to this point where we have our own careers, we're moms, we're raising the children. We don't even need men to have children at this point. And also just, we can basically do anything a man can do. Was that song? It's the I can do anything, you can do better.
Sure, you brought up a good point though, that I hear people say all the time that, or I've heard women say that you don't need a man even to have babies, and I think that's the whole point that I love to drop in my speech is it's really, yeah, we really do need men, guys. We cannot, our race cannot survive if we don't have a female and a man to procreate. That is a fact. It's kind of like if we want to survive, you drink water. It's the same type of thing. And now it comes down to, what do you want?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, do you want to just survive and procreate in your life, or do you actually want to thrive in life? So there's a huge difference between just being in survival mode versus thriving mode. And what we're about helping all of you women to create and men to create is relationships that are thriving, where you are not in a needy position and place in your life where the other person has to come and rescue you. And that can be tricky. Most of us did not grow up having that modeled for us, the men and women and how they interacted in our lives and what we were shown. Also, what's shown on media is totally the woman in distress, and the man comes swooping in, or an over-dominant female that doesn't need the man anymore. So there's very few examples of how does a powerful man and woman coexist and create together. That's what we're about helping you to create.
And ladies and gents, there's a big difference between needing versus wanting. Or not even wanting, I'm going to say needing versus desiring. I absolutely desire the man that's in my space. Absolutely 100% desire him. It's not from a place of need. And often, this goes for men and women, because guys, you will often say that you need a woman. And again, it's not from a place of need, it's from a place of desire. Because when we choose to be fully in our power as a man or as a woman, we can now be the source of our love. We be the source of our abundance. We be the source of our experience, the source of our appreciation. And it now comes from a place of, I actually desire to have you in my space. I want to have a relationship with you. And it's so completely different from that space of need. And in that space of need, like Angeli was saying, we call into our space other heroes. We call into our space ones that will save us. And ladies, this goes for you, and that's typical, the damsel in distress mode kind of thing, wanting to be saved, right? But guys, this goes for you too. Needing a woman that is going to save you from whatever crazy chaotic road you're going down. It absolutely is not like that. And we can say, oh, you are my savior. But if we were to look further, who really is doing the saving? We truly can only save ourselves. And in that space, then we can go in to a relationship 100%, not looking for the other one to fulfill us, but looking to create equally together. And that doesn't mean that we as women need to go out and hear us roar and I can do everything in that relationship. It means we as women step into that beautiful divine feminine. We step into who we truly are on a level deeper than what we've ever known.
Now, the beautiful thing about that is, yeah, we can do it all. But when you have someone else who can help you in life and really co-create, then you get to be who you're and you get to embrace that feminine power, which is very graceful, and it's nurturing to others. We get to be playful, we get to be happy, and we get to have the support of someone who's a very masculine figure in our life, someone who gets to maybe take on, you know, their own roles, and it makes life a lot easier and funner when you do have a co-creator. Right now, I currently am the single one, and I've always been single. I've never been married, and it's really about getting to know yourself first and foremost, so that you are open and powerful to go into a relationship that will be a thriving relationship. Because if you're not thriving first on your own, then it's not going to work out in a relationship either. So it's really about finding that personal power that you have within you already, and making sure that your self-confidence and, you know, your outlook on life is a positive thing, so that when you are finally ready for that relationship and you find that perfect co-creator, then it's going to be something that's really a thriving relationship versus a lot of the examples that we've had in our lives.
Hey, I just wanted to make sure everybody heard that Tara said she's single. So any of you epic men who are willing to step into an amazing relationship with an amazing woman and have a true partnership, just wanted to make sure that we just emphasize that a little bit more.
However, she does not need a man to fulfill her. She is a very thriving, happy woman, powerful woman, I would add.
This is all very true. Thank you.
You know, I want to bring up something about a relationship that we talk about masculine man or feminine woman, and it's kind of a silly choice of words, because truly we have both sides inside of us. We're masculine and we're feminine, which is why women have come to the place of they don't need a man kind of thing, and men have come to the place of I don't need a woman, because we truly can provide all of that for ourselves. The thing is, in a relationship, is there gets to be polarity, and in that polarity, it could be the man in that relationship is more feminine, where the woman is more masculine, and the roles just switch a little bit. So the reality is there's no right or wrong to create an amazing, co-creative, interdependent relationship. There's simply what works and what doesn't work. And it doesn't work when we get from a place of, like what we said, neediness, or from a place of always giving away our personal power to the other one, looking at them to fulfill us and fill our love tank.
Yes, exactly. It's owning our voice, owning our own opinions. It's owning our feelings when they come up, and not expecting the other person to come and rescue you when you're having a morning that's maybe a little bit off. And it's interesting because that was my experience this morning, and I had all this emotion coming up, and I was like, what the hell is all of this? I had sadness that I couldn't put my finger on, and got through the morning just breathing, using just breathe. I don't know what this is, and I'm not going to project this on my kids or on my husband, but just being with it is really crucial, to own your feelings, own your experience, and not expect him to come and rescue me. And that was definitely not the way it was before in my relationship, because I didn't really have a clue of how to deal with these emotions. I I wanted to attach these emotions and feelings onto some experience outside of myself. And that's totally not a great way to be. It's always sourcing your happiness and the resolution of that problem that you're facing outside of yourself. You know, and it was awesome because by totally owning my creation and my power this morning, once the kids were off to school and Kyle was off to work, it was like I got to take a bath after CrossFit. I got to just breathe and be with what was going on with me and find out what that really was and not project. And that was really, really powerful. And it was powerful for him, I could tell, because he was just, you know, he just kind of gave me a few words of encouragement, gave me a hug, and you could tell that he had this smile of relief on his face when he went to work, like, this isn't my fault. She's not upset because of me. And I didn't do something wrong. It was like this reassurance, like it was cool to know that he loved me. He was going off to work still in a powerful place, not like, oh shit, you know, she's having a bad day. I'm going to have to come home to try to fix this. Now I'm going to have to go off to work, and I don't know if I'm going to be as focused because I'm worried about her and how she's going to show up and be there for the kids and whatnot. You know, it's such a powerful place to create from when you get to own what you have been creating. And you're in a place of supporting each other, but not heroing.
Absolutely, Angela. And I kind of want to bring it back to what Tara was saying too, on the opposite side of things, because Tara is single, and it's absolutely an amazing way to go about it. Bring yourself back into alignment with, you know, getting in your power first to be able to attract that perfect mate. But I also get the question a lot from women that, what do you do when you're already in that relationship and you don't want that relationship to end, but you want to be able to move forward? And that is something that I myself, and I know that Clarissa and Angel have both gone through. And
Absolutely.
Yeah, and one of the things that I've definitely realized that from that is that I've had many different relationships with my husband. There have been that absolute codependent, needy relationship, and then that one died, and then it came into this other one and this other one. And to me, it's not about the quantity or the how long I've been together with him. It's about the quality of relationship I have with him now. And it is continually restarting over every time I up-level to a new me. And right now, we're having an amazing, 100% amazing relationship as of the last 3 months. And before that, I would have said it was amazing too. And I don't even know where the time stops and where it ends, but it's always renewing itself.
Yep.
That is a beautiful way to describe it. Always renewing itself is the perfect way to go about any relationship. And that is when we're in the space of neediness and wanting somebody else to fulfill us, which a lot of us can relate to this, right? Then we get in the space of, well, I need him to be more masculine, or I need him to show up this way. Yet we're treating him like this person who gets to come nurture us and feel the feminine role for us, because we're in this very masculine driven role, and we can't, there's no way, like there will be absolutely, again, no polarity to up level that relationship unless we as women can take off the damn masks and armor and be willing to be feminine. Because ladies, I will almost guarantee you have this belief that being woman on some level is weak, which is why we feel like we need to prove ourselves, why society has come to a place of needing to prove ourselves. The same thing that Tara brought up at the very first of the call was the pendulum swing in such a massive direction the other way that we as women at some level think that we're weak. And when you all come back to that feminine, then your man can freaking step up in that masculine role. And if you think that he's going to go first, think again.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. It's like Karami was saying, that each phase of a relationship is like a renewal, like a new relationship. It really is. That's a great way of describing it, because each time I have personally chosen to level up, regardless of what, waiting for my man, the whole relationship shifts because I am now showing up completely different and responding differently in the relationship. And so he's reacting differently. He's showing up differently. So it's an excuse and a lie for you to tell yourself that, well, I can't create something different because he doesn't want to, or he this, or he that. That is a big, fat excuse. And I've gone through it time and time again of seeing areas where I get to level up my relationship and level up my commitment to myself and owning my personal power and loving myself completely. And each time I do that, the connection that I have with my husband goes to a whole new level, regardless of what he chooses. He chooses it at his own pace. And when he chooses to level up in an area, it just helps me as well. His power and synergy strengthens me. So no waiting around, girls and guys.
Well, that's something that I used to push onto my husband, that it's my job to teach him now how to level up. I get all these cool tools and everything I'm learning how to do this. Well, now I've got to go teach him so he can stay up with me. And I used to take that approach, and wow, that killed off intimacy quicker than anything. Really
So true.
down to allowing him to have his experience and not controlling it, letting it be completely his experience and owning mine, and knowing that all I can do is up my own and choose to be happy with me.
Yep. Nobody wants to be looked at as broken and wrong.
I love that, Carmi. And hanging out with these wonderful ladies, it's amazing seeing how they connect with their partners. I love all the men that you guys have in your life. I still haven't met Kyle, but we'll meet him soon. But just watching the two of them, it's like best friends than what I typically have associated as a marriage. It's watching people they just around each other. They love to talk. They love to play. When something comes up, there's some, they're adults about the communication. It's just really fun to watch all of you guys, and I just absolutely appreciate being a part of your life so that I get to see those amazing examples of what those relationships look like.
Only a matter of time before you end up with your man. You're like the 5 most people you hang around.
Welcome to the Tara Dating Show.
Thank you, Tara. I appreciate hearing that.
Yes, thank you.
Likewise.
So what are some of the big hang-ups, girls? What are some of those big hang-ups that keep women and men from owning their power? It's like, what's the fear? It boils down to being afraid.
And not being enough.
Yeah.
It comes down to the women and the men not seeing their worth, not seeing their value that they offer, always looking outside themselves for love, acceptance, and approval, and ultimately never feeling like enough, never feeling appreciated, never feeling all of these different kinds of emotions that we want, that we are so completely unwilling to give ourselves. Mm-hmm. And I know that was what it was for me for a long time, never appreciating myself enough, and seeing how miserable, looking back and seeing how miserable I was in that space. I went from a woman who was smiling all the time, loving life, into holy fuck, life is hard, and I didn't sign up for this, and you get to be the one to fix this because you're the fixers, not me. And it wasn't until then that it was really me waking up, choosing something different, and realizing, actually, look how much value I do provide. Mm-hmm. And it was massive value that I began to see in myself, and starting to put myself first where I thought that it was so completely not acceptable to ever put myself first. And now it's absolutely crucial to the success of my relationship, to the success of my family unit and my business and my own spirituality. All of it boils down to choosing to put myself first, just like they share with you on the airline, put your air mask on first or oxygen mask on first. We get to do that in life. We get to do that in our relationships. And do not have those expectations that your partner needs to show up and do and say and look a certain way. Drop it. Drop expectation.
Yeah, and if you're waiting for somebody to come save you and you're enjoying the adrenaline rush that you're getting on that victim position that you're hanging out in, you will continue to attract other heroes that see you as powerless, that they don't honor the power that is really within you because you're not honoring it either. And so the longer you hang on to that victimhood, the more heroes that you're going to attract to come rescue you and save you and help you do this and do that. There is a difference between just, deciding, hey, I'm going to go help this person, not because they are a victim, but because, that is one of those scenarios right there that I've had a lot of women say, well, okay, well, where's the balance there? How am I just a hero then if I go help somebody all the time? How do I allow people to have their own experience? Ain't I supposed to go hero them? And I thought that for a long time, that the good person, the good thing to do would be to go rescue and help out a sibling or a friend or somebody who's really, really struggling, and just go way out of my way to rescue them. And it's come back to bite me in the butt every time because I'm viewing them as a victim. I haven't viewed them as a powerful creator. I viewed them as a victim to their circumstances. And so what happens is you continue to reinforce their victimhood, you continue to reinforce them recreating that same scenario unless you allow them to face it, unless you allow them to fall flat on their face and feel the pain of it and own the creation of it. And then it's okay to lock arms with them and encourage them and say, I believe in you and you're going to do this, and be a support. But there's a totally different way of going about it.
Yep. That's where our personal power 6-week course comes into play, and how important it is for all of you to surround yourself with support, guys and gals, that going at this alone and trying to discover what's the way that works here, where's the balance, just all the stuff that Angela was just bringing up. It is absolutely crucial for you to understand this, and not just understand it, but then to live it. And to go at it alone is hard as hell. So if you enjoy being in hell, be my guest. Go alone. Or
exactly.
Find support.
Exactly. And the support, even the synergy that we have, the four of us, isn't any of us bailing each other out of anything that we're creating. We're bouncing ideas off of each other. We're giving each other, hey, would you like feedback on that? Or, hey, this isn't working for me. And everybody's owning what they create and what they bring to the table.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, so just going back to what we've been talking about, because we're getting close to the half-hour mark, is if you're wanting to really have an epic relationship, it really starts with yourself. It starts with getting to know yourself and really evoking that personal power that we all have. And we've all had terrible experiences in our life that at one point or another basically told you, or that we made up a story that we're not enough and that we have to pretend to be something else, that we're not there. And that's just not true. We are exactly who we're supposed to be. We were made wonderfully and perfect already, and there's nothing that we really need to do other than know that about ourselves. And so if we're looking for that relationship with a co-creator, that's where it starts, is with ourselves. And then from there, then it's looking outside of yourself and not really in a place of judgment or as a hero or even as a victim or a villain. It's really just loving unconditionally the people that are outside of ourselves. And that goes with the family, friends, partners, anyone else that's outside of ourselves. What time are we at?
So we created more man lovers instead of man haters or self lovers. We've created more people that love themselves. Get to take the bait of love for yourself.
Yeah, men are awesome.
Yep.
This is exactly why my husband promotes this so much. He's always saying, I love what you guys bring, and I love that you don't shove men out of the picture, but you actually teach women how to accept men into their life in a loving way that is playing in this like this dance of curiosity and playfulness.
Yeah. Yeah, it becomes a dance of how much love can I give and also how much love can I receive. And it's just always upping the amount and the level that we can give and receive love.
Yeah,
So,
that receiving is a huge thing because whatever we were taught as we were younger is you give, but sometimes it's not okay to receive. That's selfish if you receive. But that receiving is an incredibly powerful lesson just in itself. And that's something that we get to know that we are worth it, we're good enough, we are very, we're, help me out here, ladies. Stumbling over
We're worthy and capable of loving ourselves. Absolutely capable to handle it. Absolutely worthy to look at ourselves in the eyes in the mirror and show that love that runs so deep for yourself.
yeah.
Because we cannot love another person truly and fully until we can love ourselves.
Yes. And if you would like extra love and support, then it's about asking and not waiting for the other person to read your mind and come in and rescue you because you see yourself as a victim that needs to be rescued. But you know that, hey, I would love some connection time right now, and you get to ask for and create that.
Yes. And in that space, that is the most sexiest person, man, woman you could ever be. That is sexy.
Yes.
Hell yes. Yep. And when both people are thriving and out there creating what they're passionate about, that's sexy. And you're in a place of creativity and passion, and there's no time. There's no time for criticism. There's no time for, fault finding and blaming because you're too busy having fun, creating what you're excited about. And that's another huge contributing piece to co-creating with a powerful partner is both of you creating, adding value to the world, to each other's lives.
Sexy back. All right, I think our time is up, ladies. Any last words before we sign off?
Create an amazing day.
Yep. Go create amazing relationships. That's what life's all about.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so if any of you want more information on our 6-week course that we offer, go ahead and send a message to one of the 4 of us, and we will help you out from there. Love you guys.